Hello, everyone. Good morning. So before we start, can you tell me if you can hear us? A short yes in the chat is enough. Okay. So thank you all for joining us for this webinar, the Single Risk Guarantee Study. Miguel and I are going to talk to you about our single risk solution. Please feel free to ask us any questions you may have in the chat room, and we'll answer them either at the end of the presentation or later individually if we run out of time. So I will talk to you about Eurus, a small presentation about our company, and then I will make a global context of the market. And after that, I will give the word to Miguel so that he can talk to you about our single risk solution. So Eurus is a French company founded in 1994, specializing in strategic financial information and credit performance for customers. Eurus helps companies optimize cash flow, manage customer and supplier risk, and promotes business growth. With financial guarantees on client credits, Eurus aims to improve business relationships and minimize the credit risks. The company employs over 90 people in France and in Portugal. Had generated 20 million point 5 euros in revenue in 2023. And Eurus has expanded to Portugal in 2015. And in November of 2022, Eurus became part of the OCIC group, with the French group acquiring 80% of the capital of Eurus. So the context of the global market now, specifically in Portugal, the macroeconomic data shows that Portugal economic growth is slowing down, mainly because exports are affected by a weakening European economy. So many Portuguese companies are seeing less demands from both local and international markets. You can pass the slide, Miguel, please. And they are facing higher costs due to global issues. So as a result of that, they are dealing with longer payment times from customers, more requests for extended invoice deadlines, and an increase in unpaid debts. So the credit insurance claims are rising steadily, not only in Portugal, but also in another countries from Europe, like Germany, Netherlands, England, and Spain, for example. So in this tough situation, finding ways to reduce risk is crucial. So the Euro Single Risk Guarantee Study is important because it helps when primary insurers refuse coverage or offer insufficient limits, and then we work like a complement of the primary insurance companies. This tool, the single risk solution, supports sales growth and makes companies more competitive by allowing safer and more aggressive business activities during these uncertain times. So it helps the companies to diversify customers and market portfolios, provide quick and complete information from the clients, and increase risk-taking capacity by sharing the risk with a partner. It also optimizes resource, shortens collection times, and improves debt recovery. In resume, the Euro Single Risk Study promotes sales growth and ensures confidence in customer and sales quality, even during unpredictable periods like the ones we are living now. So this is the global context of the market with the specification of the Portugal market. And now I'll give the word to my colleague Miguel, so that he can talk to you about our solutions, in specific the single risk guarantee study that Eurus developed. So thank you all for your attention. Miguel,
Thank you, Nuno,
now start.
for your for your great words about the financial statement on our guarantee. Welcome you all. We are very glad to have you all in this webinar, and I hope that our small explanation about our study will give you more insight, and probably it's going to be a great tool for you to work in your clients. So with no further ado, let's talk a little bit about our guarantee study. Our guarantee study arises in three main pillars of business that you can see in the slide that it's here presented. We begin of the core issue of the guarantee study, our business solvency studies. As you can see in the next slide, we have a DNA of our own that enable us to provide this kind of solution. So the guarantee study has some differences between the trade credit that is in place with the insurers normally, and we do something different in the market. We also have kind of another guarantee study. It's the same as the guarantee study normally that we do, but with a reverse kind of process that we will talk a little bit later. So you can see on this slide that the circuit that we have in in our study. So you can see that we have the supplier that requires a guaranteed investigation for us. We, of course, as you can see, have AG behind us that supports all our risks and all our business for our guarantee studies. We have AG behind us since the beginning of Euros, as you could see in the previous slides, almost 30 years of bonding between us. So we do our investigation. We conduct our insolvency study or our information study on the buyer, and afterwards the buyer has the guarantee in place, and the guarantee works with the non-payment of the invoices or the insolvency of the buyer. This is the normal circuit that we provide with our guarantee study. It's similar with the trade credit, the normal trade credit that you may have with other insurers. So as you can see also below in the slide, we work with a lot of different timed guarantees. We work with the minimum timed guarantee of 3 months. We work also on guarantees for 6 months, and the maximum time of our guarantee is 12 months. We work also, as you can see in this slide of the circuit, with 90% of net of the claim. It's something that is normal and for all the trade credit insurers also. So here you can see our added value, our DNA, the thing that demarks us of our concurrents. Today, what you have is something like this. We can assess risk on data that is almost data that is only structured on financial information that is on the web. This specific financial information can be not updated, or information that is outdated with no or bad information that probably reach a decision that will not give you a right decision for your client. So what we do different, we of course go with that information, providing a go no go previous, but we interview directly the companies that are targeted by our study. So we interview directly the buyer. we talk with the CFO, the CFOs of the buyer. We talk with the administration board of the buyer. We talk with financial partners if we are allowed to of the buyer, and of course, if we can reach to that to those contacts, we also talk with customers and other suppliers of the buyer. All this information enables us to provide you information and a financial report that is on a day report. So we cannot rely only on financial information because it probably can be outdated, but with this kind of methodology, we can support a financial report with almost a day on a daily number of a decision to provide to your client. So we can make a decision with the figures that are more recent and more adequate to our decision. All this gathered provides a decision that will be made of a guarantee that is a trade credit insurance. And we will provide you with a decision, a refusal, a decision that we can provide not the amount that that you requested earlier, but 50% of the amount, or 75% of the amount, or only 25%, or we can provide a decision to be able to go for all of the amount that you have requested for your clients. So this is our DNA. This is the fundamental of our work. All passes on this. For all our guarantees, we have always to do an investigation or a detailed study, as I normally say to my partners, and afterwards we reach a decision based on recent data, on updated data, and this is the main DNA of Urius, the main advantage of our business insolvency studies. So our study provided the decision of the risk accordingly with our investigation. Our study, that is simple, it's a trade credit insurance, has three main advantages for you to talk with your clients. First advantage, it's the single risk solution. We can provide you with trade credit insurance that covers only one buyer, or eventually only one invoice that your client wants to be assured. This is a great advantage because we can provide this solution with clients of your portfolio that didn't know or didn't have the possibility to have this kind of solution, and you now have the keys and the tools to provide them this kind of advantage. Another advantage that we work on is, as Nuno said before, the complementary guarantees. This solution of ours can work as a complement on the insurance that are in place for your clients. And why? Because, as you know, we all have some time withdrawals of amounts that are provided by the normal trade credit insurers, and eventually the withdrawal of all the amount that has been given for your clients. In these cases, Urius can enter the stage of the trade credit insurance and can provide the complement of the amount that was withdrawn or reduced for the trade credit insurance that is in place, and be a solution regarding the amount that your client needed before, needs now, and needs in the future, of course. So we can also enter this kind of solution and proposition. This is the second advantage that we have. The third advantage that I think it's a great advantage for you to have, it's that with our business studies, these financial reports that we do, we can work on some kind of risks that normally are refused by the trade credit insurers. Risks that normally almost in the start it's a no, clear no from the trade credit insurers. For us, with this kind of methodology, we are able to assess and study some risks that probably is a clear refusal for the trade credit insurers. This kind of advantage can provide you with more requests, with more business that you can do with your clients, and afterwards, of course, growing in terms of numbers and business for you and for us both, of course. These are the three great advantages that we have in our guarantee study. But how all this works in a day-to-day. So it all starts with a request from your part. Today, it's by email. We are working on a solution that we have a portal for you to have access. But as I know for sure, it only will be beginning in the January of 2025, February, I think. Now there is in place a solution that we have, but only with the you only have access to look. You don't have access to interact with anything. So it's not a solution, but we will have in the future a portal for you to make the requests. But for now, all starts with an email with the data from the targeted company, the buyer or buyers. We can provide you solution for one, for two, three, four, or five buyers if you wish. We must have the name and the data from the buyers, and afterwards we do our go no go. Our go no go is a pre-check that we always do, and after the pre-check, we'll give you the okay for the probability to make a study or not. And if it's a clear refusal on the pre-check, we don't advance for the study. But if we can advance for the study afterwards, all this that I have explained will come to terms. We do the study. Our studies take some time between 5-7 days in average for us to have financial information and a response. So all starts with an email. The email provides a pre-check. The pre-check afterwards give you the go no go for the study, and afterwards the study is complete. The interview is made, the information is gathered, and we provide the financial information with the decision or the final decision. We provide you with the final price, negotiated, of course, and afterwards your client has to agree on the contract that we do. This is the operational side of our guarantee study. So in a brief resume, three main advantages from our guarantee studies: single risk solutions, one buyer, two buyers, or three buyers, or one invoice or two invoices, taking in account the times of the guarantee data I told before, 3, 6, or 12 months, 90% of net indemnization. The second advantage, the complementary guarantee that we make on the insurance that is already in place about the withdrawals or the complete withdrawal that was given, and the kind of risks that we can provide you regarding our DNA, our business information that we provide interviewing directly the buyer. Just to speak with the particular reference that I made on the previous slide on the reverse guarantee. The reverse guarantee, it's the same that all the same that I have explained before, but with the different circuit. The circuit that I presented earlier, it's a circuit that says that the supplier talks to us to provide for a guarantee for a buyer. The reverse, it's only on the opposite side. The buyer reaches to be able for us to provide them with a guarantee for supporting the negotiation about better payment terms and better conditions of payment of the buyer on the suppliers that the buyer has. It can be negotiated with one supplier, two suppliers, three suppliers also. It's a solution that we have been doing a lot of business because upon the difficulties on the economic side on most companies, we are seeing a growth in this kind of solution. So the reverse, it's something that probably you can work also on your potential clients. The reverse always as the targeted company, the buyer that reaches, of course, we don't have any other company targeted, but it's the targeted company, the buyer itself that reaches for us to provide the guarantee. The guarantee will be always made on behalf of the supplier or the suppliers, and of course for the guarantee to be able to advance as to have the accord and the agreement of the supplier. So for me, I think that my explanation, I think, and I wish that the explanation is clear for you. If you have any doubts, please put them on the chat of the webinar, or if you prefer, you can address us afterwards. The webinar is made by email or by direct contact that we will provide in this webinar. Our contacts are here, mine and Nuno's, and we will be delighted to have all your doubts and to clear all your questions in the days after this webinar, because I know that you will be able to provide with your clients with this solution. And according with the adventures that I said, I know for sure that you have clear business on your portfolio to present us and to be able to do this kind of solutions with us. So I don't know, Nuno, can we advance
Yes,
for a
yes,
Q&A afterwards? I don't know.
yes, Miguel, and thank you for your clear presentation. Well done. And just just a small head to that, but because Euros is specialized in technical risks, which is not to say that we don't take the other types of risks that normally are taken by primary insurers, but our DNA is the technical risk. So I think Miguel had explained that clear to you. And as Miguel said, any doubt, any question, we are glad to answer you after this webinar. I would like to thank you all for your presence and also thank Miguel for the great presentation that
Thank you, Nuno.
he did. So for my part is everything. I hope to see you again on another webinar on the future. Thank you all.
Thank you all. Thank you for your presence, and bye-bye.
Bye.